Carmen. Good girl. The reason for cutting this pad out on the backside here, so your spot for your withers, and usually on mules, they have their back comes up. Hers is ever so slightly, but that'll keep the pressure off her spine when the saddle's sitting on there, and just keep her a little bit more comfortable. Come on. Welcome back to the Backcountry Cowboy. Today, we're going to do some fishing. I'm riding up to these lakes today. Just it's a different route. You can only get into it if you have the truck with the stock rack, because the campground you can't get a truck and trailer in there. So there's just a different way to come in. Other than that, you have to go to a few more miles down the road and then come in from the other way. So it's a little different pace of scenery. And the other thing is I'm just curious, should be better this time of year in August, but in 2 weeks we have a guys pack trip overnighter that we're going to do at a lake. It's quite a bit farther than where I'm going today, but in this area I'm riding is known for mosquitoes. I mean, it's pretty close to the PCT, and actually we'll be riding a lot on the PCT when we come in, but the area is known as Mosquito Valley. So June and July, good luck. You're absolutely miserable coming through here, but later in the year mosquitoes gets a little better. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Come up here, fish a little, and then kind of judge of how busy it's going to be, and if it's going to be miserable with mosquitoes when we go, or if it should die down a little bit. So far I've been surprised on how few there are. So let's get up to the lake and see how it is from there. I'm almost up to the first lake, which is Kramer Lake. We'll peek in there and see if there's any good fishing spots. There's a big meadow over here by the lake. We're just getting some grazing in. Both the mule and the dogs. Must be some really good mud, because she's sitting here just chomping away at it. She don't care about the grass. She's eating the mud. I'm gonna come back to Kramer Lake. We're gonna head up to the other lake up here. It's not too far, but there's only like one way to get down to the lake on Kramer, and there's already hikers camped in there. So I guess I'll see if they leave on my way back down or not. But either way, I'll peek in there and show you all the lake. This is a nice meadow out here, but it's only the outskirts you can graze. You get either farther in where that deep grass is, it's just a swamp. It's probably why it's a good mosquito breeding ground. That lake's on the other side of these trees over here. You gotta ride past it about 3/4 of the way up, then there's a trail that cuts in. And then it opens up slightly, but makes for a tough area to go fish if it's crowded. That's for sure, because it's a pretty popular spot among hikers. Not so much horseback, just because everything you can eat or pack in, you know, it's just this bushes, very little grass. So peek in there, and hopefully there's a spot I can get and eat lunch and throw my rod out. If not, there's a split farther back that I already passed that goes to Shell Rock. I went in there last year, I believe, or maybe just 2 years ago now, but it was like 1st of July, and I've never had a mosquito problem as bad as that area there. So I might come in from the other side. It's a little later, so I might go that way. It's a couple more miles down there, or I might just head back, depending on what it looks like for time wise. Gonna skirt along this lake, see if we can't find a decent spot to fish from. Well, this is about as good a spot as any on this little out peninsula. Make my way all the way around the shoreline. I already had good fish jumping already. And we got all that in the back to go explore if needed. Gentle, don't bite. Oh boy. Oh man. The puppies. There's a lot of berries here. I'm not getting any. Not even a single bite out here. Using a water bobber and a fly right now. And they're out there jumping, but it's farther than I can cast it. There's some other guys here that were fly fishing off the bank, and they had been up here real early. They'd probably been about, they said they were probably about 6 hours. They just left, but between the both of them, they only got 4 fish. He's just saying they're just swimming right past it. You can have it right there. They're just biting weird today, but oh well. I've been here for an hour. Saddle back up and head back to the truck. I'm not going to go to Shell Rock Lake. Going there and back is going to add 2 hours of time. And in about 2 hours, I can be back to the truck, or less, probably an hour and a half. I believe I'm only like 4.5 miles in. So, leave here. I'll go to Kramer Lake, take a look at that, and boogie on back to the truck. But this is a surprise. Usually this lake is packed. I've been here before and you can't find a spot to do anything. But it's a pretty cool looking lake. Grab my pole and head out. It's been a beautiful day. Just take a little stroll around the lake, see what the rest of it looks like. Well, I lost the trail that I came in on, so it's kind of skirting around. Dang. I don't want to jump that. That thing's wide. There it goes. Yeah. Should hit it any second now. Well, shortcuts don't always mean they're short. Hold on, I think we can go through. Like 4 feet away from this trail. Come on, you can follow me. Come on. Come on. Get over that one. Come this way. Come on. Come on. Oh. I know. You're like, this ain't the way. Come on. There we go. We made it. Here is Kramer Lake. You know, with all the fees and parking passes we have in Washington, sure it'd be nice to see those actually go to use to clearing trails for once. Because around here, well, it's usually people on horseback bringing saws in and cutting. If they weren't doing it, none of these trails would be cleared. I don't know. Sure it'd be nice for them to work for once. Gotta get my daily cardio in on the way down. Stretch the legs out a little bit. That way I'm not all stoved up later. Stuff right here is the moss that grows on the trees around here. I've always heard it called old man's beard. But if you have this where you're at, comment down below what you call it. That has got to be the slickest water crossing I've ever done. Holy crap. Those rocks are just flat and covered in moss. It is tiptoeing across there. Needless to say, she handles herself pretty good, but I had my feet out of the stirrups just in case. I know we're on the home stretch when we start doubling the pace back. Oh, we had itchy leg. Cruising now. Well, if you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe, you can do that too. If not, whatever. But that about wraps it up for today. Thanks for watching.